get my hair done. I know I haven't posted in a couple of days, so bear with me. Doing a little bit of traveling. Y'all, was so tired. I don't really like take naps and different things like that, but you know, there was an issue with the aircraft, so we had to wait for that for about an hour and a half. And then we missed our connecting flight, so they had to put us on another flight that was literally waiting for us when we landed. But I said, Lord, thank you for not letting me be stuck somewhere I didn't want to be. I would say excuse how I look, but I don't really care. So, and I ordered a thing so that I can position the phone a little bit better, so y'all can kind of stop getting this weird view. But thank you for bearing with me. I want to kind of just have a little bit of a conversation that is a segue into a conversation I was already having with someone. And I want to just pose this to you all. What is stopping you from doing something for you? Now, I don't want to just make this career-oriented, relational-oriented. I just want to ask a question overall, because the reason why I don't want to talk about one specific category is because what may be important to one may not be important to another. What someone else may be working on, that might not be what another person is working on. But I just want you to take a moment to think about, and I'm saying this loosely, so hopefully you can gauge what I'm saying. I want you to take a moment to ask yourself, are you really happy with where you are? Now, I'm not saying that you have to be in a full-blown depression, right? I'm not saying that everything has to be completely chaotic, but just in every area of your life, whatever that may be, and then link it to, are you really doing what you want? Are you where you want to be? Do you have what you want to have? And we're not talking about unrealistic expectations. As I was talking to someone and they were sharing how even though where they're at is not a bad place, but they knew and they felt that they wanted more. And so through the conversation, you know, I was posing different things like, you know, what are you waiting for? Go after it. Why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? What do you, you know, like, and I wasn't saying it in like a condescending way, but, and y'all pardon me because I'm a bit tired, so a little draggy in my voice. But I was just like, ooh, she pregnant, my goodness. Y'all, when I see folks that's pregnant, I be like, I can't even do it. And then I'm wondering, how are they doing it? But, you know, I was saying, you know, based on what you're saying and based on where you're saying you would like to be and based on what I know you kind of already have and what you're working with, what are you waiting on? And sometimes we have to really make sure that we're not complacent and comfortable for many of reasons. Fear, what we think we can't accomplish, you know, nervousness, or what if it doesn't work, right? There's many reasons why we won't go after something. But I want you to just ask yourself, you know, do I have what it takes? And don't listen to your flesh. Do I have what it takes to really go after what I want? Am I kind of just doing the same thing because it's somewhat comfortable and I don't really want to rock the boat because, yeah, it ain't all bad, but it ain't all good. But, you know, this is all right for now. Or maybe I don't want to kind of deal with a whole bunch of changes right now. You know, whatever it is when you assess your life. But don't hold back, especially if you know that you're able to do it, especially if you know you're capable, especially if you know that you have what it takes. Watch this. Having what it takes doesn't mean that you're not going to make mistakes. You guys don't think that doctors make mistakes, surgeons makes mistakes, therapists makes mistakes, teachers, right? Doesn't matter what field you're in, you make mistakes as parents. So sometimes we will talk ourselves out of something, right? Because we feel, well, I don't have it like this person has it. I'm not qualified like this person is qualified. We'll even pass up certain jobs because one small description of the job could tell us, oh, well, I can't really do that. Instead of saying, well, hey, let me Google this and find out what it is they're asking, and then make sure during the interview that I'm able to articulate what it is that they're asking for, and trust God with the on-the-job training. I'm not talking about, do crazy stuff like trying to be a surgeon and you can't do that. I'm not talking about that. But, we'll look for things, and the enemy will cause us to magnify certain things, what we see, what we think, what we feel, and talk us out of, well, man, I probably can't do that. Or I remember when so-and-so told me they did it, they had everything in place, and I'm just missing one or two things or 4 or 5 things. But that doesn't matter. Because what their journey is their journey. What they had to go through is what they had to go through. I've watched people do more. I was talking to somebody, and I'm not going to disclose the names because that's not the point of the story. I was talking to somebody and I said, I watched a person with a high school diploma make well over $500,000 and run a business, multiple businesses for about 10 years. I'm sorry, over 5 years and about 10. And that made me start to do an assessment within myself. What do I slight myself on? What do I hold myself back from? And let me say this, because I'm not saying that it makes that person less than because they had a high school diploma. So that's not the point of what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we will try to compare ourselves to what a person may or may not have or what may or may not be in place. And when God is giving you something, none of that matters because he's already went before you. I said this in my life before. He's already went before you. So now, if we just take everything off the table and we just go according to society, and we're not going to act like we don't know this. If you don't have a high school diploma, certain things can be challenging. According to society, just because I have a degree and I went to college, guess what? There's only so many things that I can do with that college degree. I can't go be a surgeon because there's other qualifications and stipulations and schooling that goes into that. So I'm not saying that your level of education should determine if you're qualified. What I'm saying is your level of education doesn't determine anything when God is involved. So if this person can do it, what did they have that I didn't? Was it their confidence? Was it their drive? Was it their dedication? Was it their discipline? But here I am sitting back talking about what I can't do. Again, we're obviously not talking about me trying to go do open heart surgery. No, that's not wisdom. But why am I talking myself out of something that I actually see that I'm capable of doing it? Why am I putting all these barriers? Oh, well, I'm probably going to have to go do this first and make sure. No. How about if you, hypothetically, how about if you apply for the job? Did you apply for the job and ask them, are you guys willing to send me to school even though I don't have what you're looking for? You know how many jobs will do that? But you won't even apply because you're intimidated by what the job description says. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know it was a big old book. Oh, okay. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just speaking of jobs. But even if you move to relational, even if you move to your finances, what is it that is getting in the way? Is it you? Is it your lack of confidence? Is it because you want XYZ to happen first? Is it because you're trying to tell God what you think is best first? And he's saying, but I said just go. You know how many stories in the Bible where the Lord just told people to go do stuff and they had to just go off of that? Why do you want me to believe me? Why should I believe you that my daughter is healed or that so-and-so is healed and go when I get back, I'm gonna see the miracle? Huh? Well, I don't see anything I don't have anything to go off of but what you're saying. But guess what? He said that's more than enough. That's more than you actually seeing the proof. Because God's word is so faithful. But sometimes we'll talk ourselves out of things. We'll settle at a job because we don't want to be uncomfortable trying to go after something that may pay more money, cause us to have to do a little bit more training, just so many different things. And God is saying, don't put the limits on me, which means don't put the limits on you. And so I just want you to begin to think. And it's not about, am I where I'm supposed to be? Like, okay, check, let's cross it off the list. It's completed, it's done. No. But truly ask yourself, what are you holding yourself back from? If it's relationships, is your level of communication holding you back from having a deeper connection with your spouse? Is how you look at things holding you back from being able to reconcile with a family member? Is how are you holding grudges or holding unforgiveness, so therefore you're not able to be the best parent that you can be, and you're allowing some of your pain and you're transferring that into the relationship with your child? Are you allowing yourself to go through the same motions of life to where you find yourself saying, I don't go nowhere, I don't travel. I mean, I only do stuff if it's like a birthday or this, but I'm just finding myself doing the same thing every day. Going to work, going to church, talking to the same people. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with those things, because if you like it, I love it. But ask yourself, do I want more? Do I want to set a goal that every 90 days I want to take a trip? Even if it's a staycation in the state you stay in. Or am I saying, well, I really don't want to spend that money, it don't make sense. Okay, well then, are you sprucing up your home to create something out of the box? Are you doing game night with your family? Again, I'm just throwing a few things out there because there's so many different areas of our lives that we can take an assessment of. Are you making excuses? Are we doing the same thing? Coming home, sitting on the couch. Are you only living life to go to work and pay bills? Is that it? Are you telling everybody else how to chase their dreams, how to accomplish things? Are you that go-to person at work where all the coworkers love to come to you about their personal lives, about work issues, and you know how to problem solve, and you know how to resolve, and you know how to encourage, but then you're not doing those same things for you, and you talking about, oh, this job, but you giving everybody else relief on the job? Don't let the enemy trick you. Because here's the thing, we're not just here for the sake of other people's purpose. We're here for our purpose. Do you think God only wants to use us for what we can do for other people? You don't think that the same level of happiness and the same level of energy that you put into other people, you don't think that He wants you to have those same emotions and feelings? Watch this. Whether somebody do it for you or you find yourself doing it for yourself. I'm the type where I don't care if I got to go out of town by myself. I don't care if I got to go to a nice dinner by myself. It doesn't matter. And I'm not saying do things alone, right? Because we all need people. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all, I just spilled all of that water. It's like I had a hole in my lip. But in the meantime, in between time, right? Work with what you can. Push towards something. Because see, what I found is sometimes when you just going through the motions of life, you will get complacent and don't even know it. And then what I also found is certain things will begin to frustrate you and agitate you, and you'll be thinking it's the job, or you'll be thinking it's this or that. And what you don't realize is there's no thrill in your life. There's no, you're not chasing anything. You're not going after anything. You don't really have no goals. You just, you don't realize it's kind of like you doing the same old thing, like you stuck in the twilight zone and you thinking it's this job. It's like, no, you're not creating outlets for yourself. You're not creating laughter. You're not creating memories. You're just doing the same thing, and you're allowing the things that is the natural woes of life, get up, go to work, cook, clean, to fulfill your level of happiness, when there's more to you than just working, cooking, and cleaning, being a spouse, being a friend, being a whatever. There's more to me than being a mom. I don't hang my hat on, there's this saying to where sometimes when you have kids play sports, or when your child is doing something and you didn't really do whatever it is that you wanted to do when you were growing up, you will try to live vicariously through your child. Listen, I'm not finna be stopping my whole life because Tyler want to play sports. No, we're going to have a balance, because I'm not finna live my life through you. No, I need to find my own life. I'm not finna live my life because you going to college and this and this. No, I need to find my own way, my own happiness. I need to bring fun back into, you need to bring fun back into your life, excitement back into your life, laughter. I mean, just really ask yourself, how many days of the week do you go and you doing the same thing? Now, again, if that's what floats your boat, and don't try to front to yourself, and this ain't got nothing to do with the people around you, like, well, this person should be making my life thrilling. No, if that's what floats your boat, then that's what you do. But if you like, you know what, I can actually do a little bit more. When's the last time you tried a new restaurant? When's the last time you did something with a friend, with a loved one, with your significant other, or with yourself and said, I'm finna play a little game. I'm finna write on a note card 5 different foods, and I'ma blindly pick, and that's how I'ma choose a restaurant I'ma go to. Or, something to just keep yourself vibrant. We don't have to just age and just go through the action of life where we come home, we do this, we drink, and we doing it. This car is out of control. You just doing stuff just to pass the time. No purpose, no thrill. You unhappy at home. You rushing to get off of work to go home and do what? Now, don't get me wrong. My home is my sanctuary. I love it. But you know that feeling where you like, I can't get off of work to go do what? Or you so burnt out and exhausted from work, you just going home to sleep. You don't have no energy. When people do try to invite you, be like, nah, that's okay. Ask yourself, what's hindering me? Is it my emotions? Is it my hormone levels? Did I lose a little bit of zeal? Am I starting to get lazy? Am I a little bit complacent? And watch this. Some of us do too much. And you can find yourself doing too much and you exhausted. So do you need to find a balance? Are you going out and hanging out too much to where you like, well, I need a little bit of balance. I need to save some of my money. Right? We can't YOLO with life now. We got to have that healthy balance. Some of us, your friends is like, girl, every week, I ain't going to say who it is, but there's this one particular situation where it's funny. Me and my family members, we laugh about it because we used to say this person got a going spirit, where they literally had to be going and doing something all the time. They would just make up places to go. It's like, to the point where we would be like, we don't want to, if they would say, hey, run somewhere with me real quick, I'm not going. Because that one destination is finna turn into 10 and 15, and we're not signing up for that. So it sometimes could be the opposite, where you try to keep yourself so busy. What are you running from? What are you hiding from? What are you not wanting to stop and take a moment to deal with? You don't want to stop and smell the roses? Are you shopping too much? Are you not being responsible because you're doing too much? Ask yourself. I love y'all. I'm finna go get this wig split. We will talk soon.